Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. Today is Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I believe it's 27th. Yeah, wow, it's pretty good. As you can see, I probably, maybe you can tell, maybe you can't. I just woke up. I know the lighting's always the same now that I do my these opinions in my room. I kind of miss doing them outside, and then sometimes I can. It was 70 degrees yesterday here in Denver, and I totally could have done it outside. I just got caught up in the day, and I've fallen a couple behind, but I still have my goal of doing 365 of these by the end of the year, and I think I will, or right at the end of the year. I don't know. I guess by the end of the year is at the end of the year. Midnight on December 31st. Okay. Wanted to talk about things I'm thankful for because I didn't really think about it on Thanksgiving. And yesterday it kind of hit me in the face, Black Friday. And sometimes we're thankful for what we have right now. And I often am like that. I think I live in the moment a lot, and I think I sometimes appreciate what I've had and what I have currently and what I've had in the past. I know I appreciate what I have currently. Like I said, you guys know I have a great living situation. I get to be with my kids all the time. I get to do comedy. I get a job where I matter, and the things I do matter. I financially I'm fine. I get to live right by my parents, which is great. And other things are going okay. I'm trying to help my father as I don't know how long he's going to live. he's Sometimes he feels it seems like he could die tomorrow. Sometimes it feels like he may have another 10 years left in him. So we'll just see how that goes. I just want him to be happy, and that's the hard part, is he doesn't seem happy or thankful for much right now, and that's his deal. But what happened was yesterday I was going for a walk around Crown Lake with Dante. Another thing I'm thankful for is that I get to spend some quality time with each of these kids. Sometimes we do things together, but usually they want to do things separately, especially Dante. But when the weather's good, we walk around Crown Hill Lake, and we did that yesterday. And I saw something that I don't often see at Crown Hill Lake. I saw a black man. I'm not being, it sounds terrible to say that, but we don't have a lot of black folks here in Wheat Ridge Lakewood area. We just don't. And so I see a black man at Crown Hill Lake about as often as I see a kingfisher, which is very rarely. But it struck me hard because he was with a white guy. They were around my age, maybe slightly older, and they were walking a dog, and it threw me back to losing John Marsh 5 months ago, and it hit hard. It hit hard. I almost started crying right there. I don't think I'll cry now. I was going to do a video right after it, and I probably would have cried during that. And I don't. It's not that I'm anti-cry. I'm just I don't a lot anymore. I don't know if I ever have. My mom was always really good about letting me have my emotions, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm not developed that way, or if after a while you get hardened by life at this age, but it did make me thankful. It made me thankful for these amazing people I've had in my life. So many, too many, who have died this year. Not only men, women too. I mean, first, and I'll go through the list of people that I've lost this year. There are probably more. I mean, I know a lot of these. If I scroll back through these opinions, several of them are about people that died to me, that were famous, that meant something to me, people that I never met but entertained me, and that's another thing I get to do. I know I mentioned it, but I do get to do the comedy. It brings me pleasure to make people laugh. It really does, even if it's in a little tiny town, in a little tiny bar, with 60 or 70 people. It's a big deal for me, and I love doing it. But yeah, this one hit hard. I saw these guys walk by, and it reminded me of the last time I was in California with John Marsh. Now, I had seen him since, and if you don't know who John Marsh is, I'm sure the few people that watch this do. He was one of my best friends when I worked at the Tivoli at the movie theater in the late 80s. We met, I think, in 88, and we just hit it off quickly for whatever reason. We had a couple run-ins because I was jealous that he got promoted faster than me, and I was kind of petty about it for probably not very long, but a week or two. It was kind of stupid. But he was very mature, and he's as a black man, he's probably used to white people feeling weird if the guy who think that I didn't think that he got promoted just because he was black. I knew he was smarter than me and better than me, but I was upset because he hadn't been there as long as me. So I was like, I felt like I had earned the promotion. It wasn't a big deal. It's just becoming an assistant manager, which are a dime a dozen. But he was good at it, and so we became friends. We ended up on a rec league playing basketball together. Both of us were terrible. Uh, he's a football guy, and so am I. We're good at crashing into people, not being good at finesse sports. And we would go to his house and take the bus and watch videos together, and then we'd go to bars together and dance and drink and bonded really, really well. And so when I saw these couple of guys, it reminded me of me and him. It was hard, and like I said briefly, it reminded me of the two of us when we were in California, right in the shadows of the Golden Gate Bridge, watching dudes surf. I had no idea dudes surfed right there, and they do. It's really cool. I was actually watching something with Logan, and it was the exact same scene. It was really weird. It was some really crappy movie we were watching, and you couldn't see, there were no dudes surfing that day, but it was exactly where John and I had been about 4 years ago when I went to watch the Raiders game with him in Oakland. um, and just reminded me, like, okay, not just thankful to be alive, thankful for, like I said earlier, for the people I've had in my life, not just what I have now. And so I needed that realization to, even though it made me sad, to say, hey, man, I've had some amazing people in my life. I thought about Renetta Archuleta, how amazing she was, and that I did a video about her. I thought about Eric Lindstrom and how tragic his life and ending of it was. I mean, I don't know if his whole life was tragic. He was trying to be triumphant, and we often run into tragedy, or we try too hard, or we just can't handle things. Eric was an amazing, brilliant comic, and was pursuing, I guess I'll say, a transgender lifestyle. And he had 3 kids, and he was only like 31, and he ended it. He just couldn't do it anymore, I guess. I mean, you never know what's in this person's head. That is one thing I'll say I'm fortunate about. I haven't had too many people kill themselves intentionally this year that I was close to, but that one hurt a lot, especially because he was so young and so brilliant. Of course, there was Jay Jones, who died of a stroke back in May, right before John did. 2 of my best black friends, both named John, both amazing men, both men bigger than life. I mean, Jay Jones, my parents know him. He ran a company called Jones Scones. It was just one of his little side projects. He did so much. He was a Denver lawyer. I saw him on commercials, and not for his law firm, but he was an actor. He was a singer. He won a singing contest. I probably mentioned that in the video about him. And then I got to be a big part of his wake, or memorial service back in June. And then right after that, my friend John Marsh died, and John was much closer to me than Jay was, as I mentioned all the things we did earlier. Broke my heart when he had to leave Colorado back in the early '90s. And he's been all over the not only the country, but all over the world. And another man larger than life. And both these men were large in stature, but they're also large in life. Jay Jones was like 6'4", around 250, and would just envelop you with his hug. Women would come up to him at bars and go, "Are you a Denver Bronco?" And Jay would be like, "No, I'm a Denver lawyer." And we all love that. And then there's John, who traveled the world, helping people seek justice and seek education, especially in East Africa, but all over that continent. John had done speeches in front of the UN. He was an amazing man, extremely intelligent. So proud to be his friend. He knew Swedish. What black guy knows Swedish? I remember another John that's a friend. He's luckily still with us. My friend John Hazel came to see us do comedy. Came to see me do comedy, and John Marsh happened to be there, and they hadn't seen each other in 25, 30 years. And so they were like, "Oh my God, it's you." And they started talking, and John Hazel had brought his wife, and his wife knew Swedish, and some of that, how that came about in the conversation. I was like, this guy knows Swedish. And so these two people that never met each other just started talking Swedish. They had a whole conversation in Swedish. It was beautiful. And John was beautiful. And I can only hope that everything goes okay for the people he left behind. Not only me. I mean, I don't matter when it comes to him. As far as, I mean, he touched my life, and he was a great friend, and I'm lucky to have had him. But the people that needed him, I hope they do okay. His wife, his widower wife, I don't even know what to call her, Anna. She's great. Their adopted daughter, Isabella, I hope they can move on. In fact, I'm going to contact them today and see that they're doing okay. But I just wanted to tell you guys I am thankful for a lot, including you guys. Jennifer, I'm thankful to you. I'm thankful that I have a long distance new friend, which is a shorter distance now. Used to be Germany, now it's Alabama, and I know you'll be visiting. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Mom, I'm always thankful for you. You know that. I'm just gonna blow that one off, but I am thankful for a lot, you guys, and I'm thankful I get to do things like this that are very simple to do but fun, and only if I only have a few views, I'm okay with that. I don't care. It's a project, and I love it, and I guess that's about it. I'm babbling. I'm running on, but raise your glass with catitude to all those you've had in your life, everything you're thankful for, and for living in the moment, which is right now. All right, guys, thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon. All right, love you all. Bye.